Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Factorio with Bob's and Angel's mod pack. Last time we built up a refinement setup for the ores, but due to more research that happened, it's already outdated. This would have happened sooner or later anyway, so we will see how we can salvage and extend what we have. Another research that completed are these slow crawlers for construction. As we now know that we have to redefine our processing setup several times, let's set up a network covering that area, and then I only have to work on the blueprints and let the robots do the work. This will work especially well for all the things that work the same way for different ores. But now we want to tackle the ore delivery system using trains. In my Mastering Factorio series I showed a few good designs that we will combine here. We use a 1-2 train, double-sided unloading and a bit of circuit logic to determine the station priority. As we still cannot craft one component, we will just have one train per station, which should be enough anyway. As you can see, we have 6 stations for the ores, and then at the front we have coal. We need this to fuel the blast furnaces as well as for several additional ingredients. I will leave enough room to have 2 belts from the stations to the crushers in a horizontal manner, so the setup here at the beginning can be expanded towards the right. We need to mine off these starter patches, so I think I will place loading stations to the north for the 4 ores plus the coal. Now with the lines actually connected, some trains are in order, and then connecting the unloading stations to the actual processing. I am hoping that the upgraded power setup can keep up with the demand. For now, I have disconnected the output of the ores to the next step, as we will redesign this slightly, so we can have more space between the output and the storage of the ingots to facilitate many further processing steps in that space. With some room provided, let's add in this first processing step and adjust the recipes for the ingots for copper, iron and tin. With everything hooked up and producing, let's run back some belts for iron, copper and tin plates, as well as solder, so the research production is supplied from the new facility. With everything connected, let's have a look at the difference in production by looking at iron. With all the various setups we went through, let's see how much ore we need for 100 iron plates. We go from 150 saphirite ore with direct smelting up to 200 with sorting, blasting and casting, and back down to 133 and a third by including the pressed iron ore. Including the processing step to sheet coils does not change that. The coils are just better for storing, as they take up only a quarter of a stack. To finish this session off, I will cue some researches, as that might give a hint at what we will do next time. Until then, goodbye!